Everyone, thank you for joining me. Yeah, what a wonderful day it's been so far. Now, I am a little bit late and I will explain why. I apologize. I am using StreamYard and I went on to StreamYard and it wouldn't let me see my camera. It wouldn't let you see that I was live. It was a black screen and my microphone was working, but it was no picture. A bit like my life. No picture, loads of sound. So anyway, so I apologize for being late. Now, the reason for today's live is because of your emails and your questions. I've written them down. I have not ignored you. I am paying attention. Just let you know that. Thank you all very much for your support. I do appreciate it. A lot of good people in the chat. I think I've seen Grumpy Sapper there and Graham. Yeah, all good. And listen. Oh, now I can't pronounce that. So I think it's Zepar. Anyway, listen, thanks for joining me. This morning, I was elated whenever the postman arrived and I received a cake, a Christmas cake, actually, which is leathered in alcohol. I have smelt it. I'm like, wow, thanks. And that's from Carla. So thank you, Carla, for that. I do appreciate it. That's fine, Trevor. I apologize. I think Matthew pronounces it better than me, but anyway, so yeah, so here I am, right? You've asked me loads of things. I'm getting loads of questions coming in on the lead up to Remembrance Day. As you can see here, I've got my beautiful little brooch. I'll let you have a look at it. That is my little poppy for Remembrance Day. Yes, it's time to wear poppies. I don't want to talk about veterans charities because I don't support 99.9% of them. I'm being honest, I just don't. So people are telling me, Trevor, come to Remembrance Day. I want to help. Who do I help? Here's the thing, people. You can help with charities like PTSD Resolution, who do not pay staff wages. They don't. All donations are used to pay for therapy so veterans can get therapy. That is a great charity. I'm not a fan of the Royal British Legion. I've never been a fan of Royal British Legion. A charity which pays out over £40 million a year in staff wages doesn't put the veterans, in my opinion, doesn't have the veterans as their priority. And there we go. And fortune cookies here. Yep, Annabelle, good. Right, so your questions were this. You asked me questions about the Invictus Games. You said to me about the Invictus Games in numerous messages, and I will explain. The Invictus Games were an idea put together by the royal family, not just Harry. The royal family, they put the games together. They said it'd be a good idea. He went to the US, he watched the Warrior Games with his then girlfriend, Megan, the cable TV lady. He watched in Warrior Games and he tried to emulate the Warrior Games and bring it to the rest of the veterans community, which he did. He used their format. He probably used their RAS, their Exercise Action Safety Plan. So it was put together by the royal household and then given to Harry to head up. Okay, so there we go. I'm glad I have explained that to you. I'm not going to talk about it again. So that's dealt with. It's a great idea. There's lots of veterans that are injured and carry many, many injuries that take part in the games, and it gives them something to do. Because whenever you're a broken veteran or you're missing limbs, you're an amputee, you need something to aim towards. You always need a goal. So if you have things like the Invictus Games to aim towards, then it takes your mind off your injury. It gives you a focus. It gives you a goal. And it's good for veterans. So people said to me, is it good? Yes, it is. It's good for veterans. Veterans love it. It's very hard. It's the competition is extremely hard to get selected for the UK, should I call it the GB team. It's very hard because as you know, and I hope you all know, veterans are very competitive. They're a very competitive bunch and they will train day and night to get that extra inch or to get that extra bit that they need to compete. So it gives veterans a goal. It is a fantastic idea. But I've never really put it down to one individual putting it together because for those that are in the military mindset, I can tell you now, it takes a team of people to get something to work. There is dozens of people behind the scenes that are working extremely hard to achieve something for the Old Patriot podcast. Welcome. It takes a lot of people behind the scenes to work towards something. It's a bit, I'll explain. It's a bit like getting written up for a gallantry medal. people think, oh, well done you. No, 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 no. No. You cannot move forward and do something unless there is a lot of people putting down fire, achieving goals, pinning down the enemy, throwing smoke, bringing in fire, dropping mortars. You cannot achieve anything in the military without a team. It's a team to get something done. And it's the same with the Invictus Games. It's the same in most things in life, ladies and gentlemen. It's the same on YouTube. People work together to promote each other. And you lift each other up. Yep. And yeah, so there we go. So those that mentioned Invictus Games, there we go. Someone said to me, well, many of you have said in the past, Trevor, why don't you do it? Here's the thing, right? You need to be of a right caliber of person to be able to front something out. I am a promoter's nightmare because I'm going to swear. I'm going to drop a bollock. I'm going to do something which goes against maybe the ethos of something or the game. Of course I am. Someone who I think would be a great replacement for Harry Invictus Games. One would be Mike Tyndall. Two would be Simon Weston, OBE. And three would be someone like Robert Lawrence, MC, the captain from the Scots Guards, Tumbledown. There's a few guys in the parachute regiment that would do a great job, but they're still young and they're still got other things, other avenues that they're getting involved in, and they wouldn't want to do that. So there's a lot of people that would do great jobs at it. Myself and the circle of paras, myself and the circle of veterans that I know, we wouldn't be good ambassadors in Invictus Games because we swear a little bit, and it's not the done thing when you're trying to lead something in a good campaign. There we go. So that's that question answered. Another one. People have asked me, I'm trying to get all the things that you've asked me. I've got them written in front of me, so bear with me. First of all, Martin's just asked, what did you think of William's program last night? I thought it was a good program. Mr. Bird did ask a question. I don't think he meant it in a nasty way, but you know, at the end of the day, whenever you have someone in front of you, you only get one shot at the title. Whenever you've got a member of the royal family in front of you, you get one shot at the title. You either ask that question or you will forever regret it. I thought it was good. Yes, I can see him trying to achieve things, and that was one of my questions here. They asked me about Prince William's program last night. It's a great idea to solve homelessness. It's what everyone loves. It's what we want. It sounds fantastic. I honestly, hand on heart, believe it's an impossible task. If you go to solve veterans' homelessness or just homelessness in general, you're going to have kickbacks. You're going to have people that fight against it. And you probably think, why would anyone fight against homelessness? There are hundreds and hundreds of charities in the UK which earn money, CEOs, teams earn money from homelessness, donations, government grants. If you solve something which is an epidemic in the UK, which is homelessness, if you solve that, you're going to have CEOs and thousands of people unemployed. So by solving homelessness, you risk other people losing their homes, not being able to pay their mortgages because they rely on donations and grants and government funding and lotteries. They rely on it. So that's my point about homelessness. That's my point about veterans. You're never going to fix veterans issues because there's over 1,000 UK charities with 1,000 CEOs and staff that rely on funding. It's wages. It's a job to people. I mean, imagine, right? Look at it this way. If you solve veterans issues, the Royal British Legion, 40 million a year they're paying in staff wages. They employ over 1,500 people. That's 1,500 people on the dole, isn't it? All that money. Some things are left. Why solve it if it is making money? I just thought I'd let you know that. Right. Another one someone has asked me is Eric Trump. Eric, what did I think of Eric Trump from what he said about Meghan Markle? Well, he called her pretty unpopular. To me, that's not really a dig. It's not a slander. It's not a dig because Eric Trump was pointing out a fact. He's a 40-year-old man. He sees what he reads the media. He sees what's happening on all different platforms. He's not silly. Of course, she's unpopular. Right. One that came in earlier was that Mohammed Al Fayed was another question that people asked me. Hi, Teresa, and Sprout 519 and Julianne Lewis. Over 400 people have came forward to say they were sexually abused or assaulted by Mohammed Al Fayed, who used to own Harrods. Now, believe it or not, it says over 400, so that's all. I don't know the exact figure, but that's men and women. It's not just women. He abused men and women. So that's one hell of an allegation. Now, whatever money he's got left, whatever money's tied up, I can see that being split amongst victims. I just hope that his son doesn't get left with nothing, because it's not his fault. Surely it's not the son's fault what the father does. Just pointing at it. People have asked me what I think about it. Oh, Debs, Scott's lass. You didn't have to do that, Debs, but I do appreciate it. You didn't have to do it. Yeah, there's 10 members. There's 10 new memberships for people that want to become members. So thank you very much for that. What else have I got here? Let them get another. What was that there? I'll read that one out. Isabel Wright says, let them get another job. But seriously, it's about getting charities together and helping with. Well, the thing is, Isabel, I, in the past, have helped, I don't know, dozens of charities, raising money and helping them out, which I don't do anymore, which is sad, but I don't do it now because of previous allegations, which are being dealt with by Gloucester Police and Suffolk Police. I'm just pointing that out. But I don't do it now. But I have seen how charities work. I mean, whenever I was in a bad mental health way, I remember Combat Stress sending a representative to my home to talk to me about my own PTSD. And they took notes and they went away. And then I believe it was a phone call. They never send it in black and white. I got a call and I was told by Combat Stress that my PTSD was too complex for them to deal with, and they sort of brushed you under the carpet. So that's why I don't really hold them in high esteem. I also brought a story about Combat Stress in the media a few years ago. I was so pissed off, I brought a story in the media about them wasting over £50,000 in rebranding their logo, and they didn't have to rebrand their logo. They just sat stagnant for so long. They didn't want to change what's happening in society, and they blamed it on a logo, and they wasted money on it. So there we go. I pointed that out. Was it 50 grand or 60 grand? Doesn't matter. Wasted money anyway. So there we go. I've also got one here. Right. I've written ×7 beside this because I had 7 messages about this. A lot of people say in my videos every day, we are sick to death of Harry and Meghan. And I get it. I do understand it. But you say you're sick to death of it. But I want to point this out. If you're sick to death of it, do not watch it, because YouTubers will jump on this. If I do a daily rant and I talk about the Prime Minister, I talk about veterans, I talk about what's happening in Spain, I talk about Ukraine, you, the viewer, I would only get 5,000 views. Now think about other YouTubers that talk non-stop about Harry and Meghan. There's channels out there that are dedicated, Meghan, 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 Meghan. You say you're sick of it. But that channel gets 100,000 subscribers, 150,000 subscribers, 170,000 subscribers, 180,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers, right? But you say you're sick of it. Their videos are getting 50,000, 60, 70, 80, 150,000 views. But you're saying you're sick of it. Now, I've proven this. I've done a little thing. That whenever I talk about Harry, I'll get 30,000 views. When I talk about Meghan, I'll get 50,000 views. When I talk about Prince William, I'll get 15,000 views. So the truth of the matter is, everyone, is that you say you're sick of it, but you're not. You're not sick of it. You want to hear the shit. The nastier the video, the more views it gets. The more clickbait it is, then the more views it gets. Someone has just said there, H&M said, they do sell. Thank you, Sue. We all want to see them fail. It sounds awful, but we do. We're all waiting for them to get tripped up. We're waiting for King Charles to cut him off. We're waiting for the divorce. We're waiting for her to be caught out bullying. We're sitting at the edge of our seats waiting for this news to happen. So that's why YouTubers talk about them. See, the minute we talk about them and we get no views, you will see them disappear off social media. I'm just pointing out a fact. The day a big YouTuber that has 500,000, look at the body language guy. I mean, he's got over 500,000 subscribers, and he's got that off the back of Harry and Meghan. He's great at it. He's great at what he does. He's fantastic. But he's starting to move now in different directions. You can see him talking about more things. So if you want YouTubers to stop talking about them, then you need to stop watching their shit. It's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. What have I got here? There's photographs starting to appear in the media. Photographs that have never been seen before of your woman. Of the kidnapper. The kidnapper. Shouldn't call her the kidnapper. She's not a kidnapper. No one's been kidnapped. But photographs of the handler are appearing. I shouldn't have said that. Photographs of the handler are actually appearing in the paper that have never been seen before. They are. We can see that it's a small puff piece about H&M. Yeah, it's all puff pieces about them. But rumour, have to say rumour because it hasn't been confirmed, is that she's moving to Portugal. Imagine moving to Portugal, so it's not too far from the UK. But then expecting, the story coming out is you're expecting the king to fly to visit your kids. Now, earlier on, I was in Charlie's house. I went over to Charlie, I sat there with him and his partner, I had a coffee. And we discussed this. And we discussed this topic. We discussed the topic of the children. And Charlie straight down the line. He doesn't sit on the fence. He's like, really? Is there proof? Can you prove it? And I went, well, the reason why people in the Commonwealth are upset about this whole thing is because we're seeing things that's never been done before. We're seeing things that there's no photograph of baby at the Royal Hospital. There's no photographs of this. There's no photographs of that. The children are secret. Now, this is the one thing that stands out. And many of you have asked me to cover this. And I don't like talking about people's children. It's a nasty thing. Never. Don't mention them. Ignore them. Never talk about people's children. The weird thing which sticks in my bonnet, and many of you who sent me messages, is here we have a couple that wanted to leave the royal family to have a family time and spend time with their children. But now they've done that, they spend very little time with their children and they're still letting on as if they're still pretending as like they're royals. So they haven't achieved anything. And that's the issue. That's the issue that we see. Okay, Julianne, I'm so behind with the Royal Grifts video. So am I. I'm behind as well with a lot of things online. Yeah, I see whenever you're subscribed to about 50 different channels, the videos come in too quickly to keep up with everyone, if I'm honest. It's difficult, isn't it? It is difficult, but there we go. M. Martin, here we go. What's this here? If the kids hit UK, the king had custody of his... If the kids hit UK, the king had custody of his grandchildren. If the kings hit UK. Not sure what you mean, but yeah. I've been sticking mainly to politics lately. Yeah, politics. Yeah, I've been trying to keep an eye on politics myself. Every night I do try and catch in with Matthew Marsden's video. I keep an eye to make sure he doesn't take the piss and go over the hour because everyone's got a life. I know he's got a lot to talk about. But here we go. What does Jeanette say there? Grumpy Sammer, if you had, you'd... Oh, that went up too quickly. Yeah, you'd keep quiet about it. Yeah. Paul, you're welcome. Did you see my message to you earlier, which I now deleted? I ought. Did you ought to have wrote that PayPal name in chat to delete it? Click one of your comments and read it if you want. I didn't see it earlier on. I apologize. There we go. and I watch your videos, do not care. This is what happened to have a, you don't matter, do not care if you are included or not, if they are included or not. There we go, people. So my point is, there's many, many channels out there which all do good work. They all add value in their own way. They don't add value to me. They may add value to you because you've got different opinions. Some of you have the same opinions. I'm just saying. But if you want to stop hearing about Harry and Meghan, stop watching the big YouTube channels who just pump out their shit non-stop. I'm just saying that there. Christine Walker gifted 20 Trevor Cope memberships. My God. Thank you, Christine. I do appreciate it. Lots going on in the chat here. People in the UK, EU. Teacup paint and tea. Teacup paint and tea. I can't even say that word. Yeah. But a lot of you are sending me things in emails. I have received quite a few things about YouTubers. And as I tell you, and I'll stand by it, I'm not going to discuss other YouTubers. It's up to you. You are the YouTube community, and you have a choice of watching or not watching. It's not for me to tell you. I would never tell you who not to watch. That's a shitty person that does that. I do sometimes give people shout outs and ask you to go and check out another channel, which I think is great. I mean, there's channels that I have not. Someone has asked me, Trevor, you seem to turn up a lot in other people's chats. Is that just because you support them, or is that? Well, the thing is, I do turn up in a lot of people's chats when they're on lives, and yes, it is to support them. It is to show that I support them. I haven't done as much lately. I mean, you've got Foxy, you've got Sapper, you've got the Tart Annabelle, you've got the Fitness Hutch, you've got Fiona and Graham, Sue Smith. I mean, there's quite a few there that I keep an eye on. I always keep an eye on the Royal Daily Tea and the Duchess of North Sussex. They do a little bit of research, and I like what they do, and they add value. There's days I'll sit and watch something that's just which they have put out, especially Avid Gardener. I'll watch what they put out, and there's something that clicks. I'll go, I didn't know that, but that ties in with what I've been doing. I'm going to use something that they've said because they've got the information. So that's how YouTubers work. So if you are enjoying a lot of YouTubers, which hopefully you are, we all find things out. We don't sit and chat on the phone to each other because we've all got other things going on. But sometimes I'll get in touch and say, I watched what you did yesterday. I like that. I'm going to hopefully use that. Is that okay? And vice versa, people. So, a lot of us do work together. There are people out there that put out videos and they say, I'm sorry. And I'm not talking about Sue. Some YouTubers have caused so much shit in the last 2 months that they are now apologizing to their subscribers. Not because they apologize, because they don't give a damn. They have seen their channel get hit. They have seen hundreds and thousands, hundreds of subscribers not subscribing. They've seen thousands fall off. So they're now, even though they don't give a shit, they're now apologizing. I'm really, really sorry what I did there. I won't do it again. They don't care. They just see the fact that it's hitting their bank balance. So you are the audience. It's up to you to make your mind up. Right? Who's this? Carol Hartley. I have given up watching the drama. Yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? I mean, it's best to try and avoid. What was that one there? Little Lady D. The King's in action makes him a part of it. They have his approval for what they're doing. You know what, Little Lady D, to a certain degree, I suppose I sort of agree with you there. Strong leadership deals with issues straight away. Weak leadership lets people increase their drama, if you know what I mean. So I agree with you 100%, yeah. I don't think Prince William will be like that. I really don't. I don't have that impression. Hopefully you don't as well. Who's this here? M. Martin. I informed him that it's your fault, Trevor. You sent me to their channel. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I mean, I can't fault you for that there. Yeah, a lot of people that I used to... Oh, Duchess of North Sussex, we are graced with your presence. Yeah. A lot of people that I have endorsed in the past, I do regret. I do. The ones that I mentioned earlier are all great. They all add value. But there's a lot of people that, because YouTube's such a tight-knit sort of family, if you know what I mean, a lot of people tend to sort of, once you help them out, they tend to stay there. And then whenever you try and walk away, they become a little bit obsessive. And it is what it is, unfortunately, people. It is what it is. Michael Hallett, sorry, boss, got to run. Pint soon. Oh, pint soon. Yeah. I was going to say to you, Michael, about a pint, actually. Yeah. We'll catch up soon, buddy. Have a great day. A lot of good people. I will not. Oh, Grumpy Sapper. I will not kiss ass if people don't like me. Then that's fine. Yep, I totally agree with you. Graham the Sapper's on there. Not too sure what he's put up there, but there we go. Annabelle. A lot of good people in there. A lot of lovely people in, actually. And I do appreciate it. You know, it is. It's after 2. Not too sure what time it is now. I think it's 25 minutes past 2 in the UK. But yeah, it's all good. It's Thursday, isn't it? So this weekend, for those that aren't aware, this Sunday I'll be heading to Leeds, and I'll be booking into a little place in Leeds, preparing for Monday morning's trial in the Crown Court to do with an online disruptor, stalker, obsessive individual. So I'll be there, and I will be reporting from there. Won't be reporting from in the court, but from outside the court. And I will no doubt have another YouTube guest with me, and we will be discussing what's going on with online stuff. There is a lot of stuff that I can't discuss at the minute until I have more information and more things have been put in place, and then you will be able to find out. Whenever a certain individual is prosecuted, I will be doing a live stream, and no doubt Fiona and Graham will be doing one. All of us YouTube community that have been involved in this online harassment for so long will be able to discuss what's going on, but we can't do it yet while there is an ongoing investigation. And then we will come together to discuss our findings and to discuss how we move forward. Carol says, rooting for you on Monday. Thank you very much. Yeah, there's a lot of people in the chat here, which is very, very good. Good luck in Leeds, Trevor. Thank you very much indeed. I think this is beyond luck, though. I think this is just someone's downfall who thought they could get away with so much. And unfortunately, and I'll point this out, every single person that's online now has a digital footprint. You all do. Now, for instance, let me point this out. Let's say I have someone in the chat right now that's posting hate and posting disgusting things, and they're in the chat. Right, here's what you do. They've already posted it, so I can read it. So what happens then is, if I wanted to put a stop to it, I would get in touch with YouTube, and I would click on their name. Their name would take me to the channel. They would have a URL of what they've just done. That goes into YouTube, and YouTube, under a police helping me with this, would then be able to identify an IP address to where the person that posted the shit in the chat has posted it from. That IP address will have a name of the house, and under that house, you'll be able to go and arrest the person that's posting that. So I'm just pointing this out. Every single person now online has a digital footprint and can be traced. There's now no hiding. Ladies and gentlemen, look what Elon Musk is doing. Look at the technology, how it's changing. There's now no hiding place on the internet. So you need to behave in a certain manner. You need to speak to people on the internet the way you talk to people in the street. There we go. A lot of nice people. Julianne Lewis. Beth could be MM herself using a false name. There's a lot of people who have false accounts. And I, along with Duchess of North Sussex, Fiona and Graham, and a few others, we worked out that there's lots of YouTube channels, lots of YouTubers that have got trolling. There's lots of YouTubers that have got trolling accounts on the platform X, and they behave disgusting on X. And then they make videos on YouTube to say, I can't believe people are treating me like this. It's terrible how I'm being treated. But you're behaving despicable on another platform. It's just it's how we've all, it's what's been happening. Who's that there? Gertie, if you're watching, I have no idea what that was said. Hold on. Gertie, if you're watching, I know some of what is happening. Not as much as I used to. I admit, stay strong, Gertie. There we go. There's a little lift me up for Gertie. Yeah. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's been over 30 minutes. I've answered all the questions. There was one last one here about the police in Southport. People wanted to know why the police haven't declared what happened to the children as a terror incident. The answer is I don't know. Things have now come out where we now know the person that carried out those atrocities towards those young girls, those children, was now linked to terror plots in the UK, but they're not classing as a terror. Now, in my opinion, and without prejudice, I believe that the police aren't classing that as a terror incident, because then it will show us the demographic of this guy that carried out the attacks, and it could lead to more people taking to the streets to cause riots towards a certain religion and culture. So that's why I believe it's not being taken as a terror. But only the police can make that decision. So leave it in their hands. Not all police forces are the same. Some police forces work tirelessly to fix things in the community. Some police forces are completely lazy. So there we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, who have I just seen there? The Old Paratrooper podcast. Yeah, Chris runs that there. I've been watching Chris's YouTube channel lately. Chris, you're getting on some awesome guests on the Old Paratrooper podcast. Many people watching this now love HG Tudor. If you want to hear HG Tudor's latest interview with the Old Paratrooper podcast, guys, girls, nip across there. I mean, the Old Paratrooper podcast, he's a fellow veteran. He's doing good stuff. He's getting on some great guests. Go and check him out, the Old Paratrooper podcast. Check the guy out. Like and subscribe if you want to. But I like and subscribe. I think it's a good channel. There's many good channels out there. But yeah, good luck, buddy. No doubt we'll chat offline again. Love to see your channel keep growing. It's fantastic. As I keep saying, there's enough room on this platform for everyone to be successful. So support each other. Anyway, listen, I'm going to end it now. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for becoming members, and have a wonderful day, everyone. Remember, stay safe, keep your enemies close, keep your friends closer. I'll do the opposite way. Take care.